Thanks for winning its meetings. I want you to just have a wee look around you folks. You've probably done this during the last speeches, and I'm sure you'll have had fantastic explanations of why we should vote yes on Thursday. But look around yourself here. This is democracy in action. This is democracy in action. This is a nation awakened. This is a nation about to take its place in history. You see, we've been told for decades, haven't we? You're not big enough. You're not smart enough. You're not good enough. You're not rich enough. You can't run your own affairs. You need to stay part of the UK because it's UK okay as far as they're concerned. UK okay. 1 in 4 Waynes in Scotland born into poverty. 890,000 people a day living below the official poverty line. 100,000 predominantly young people working on 0 hours contracts getting paid less than the minimum wage. 100,000 families relying on food banks for survival. 4,000 Waynes a day in Glasgow relying on food banks. The highest childcare costs in Europe. The highest fuel costs in Europe. The largest amount of fuel poverty in Europe. Brothers and sisters, see if we are better the day. Why do we have our country scarred and scourged by poverty and inequality and low pay if we're better? Why? Next time you see somebody campaigning with that slogan, better together, please politely go up to them and say, hey, excuse me, see if we're better together. Why are we no better today? Why are we no better today? I listened. I mean, by the way, it was a bit of torture, I've got to say, but I had to listen to the bulging. Mr. Cameron, the millionaire toff, has been dispatched up to Scotland to whip us into line, and he spoke in Aberdeen today, and he said that we have to stick together because of the British values of fairness. Fairness. This is the man who last April sat with his bunch of cronies, 23 of them personal millionaires out of 29, sat and declared that the poor who rely on housing benefit to live should be punished for the crime of being poor. How dare they have their Waynes with separate bedrooms? Let's punish them for it. Let's punish the disabled whose only crime was to claim for a house based on the fact they've got a wheelchair, a kidney dialysis machine, a full-time carer who used to work but's given up their job because they love them, to look after them full-time, but they need a separate bedroom because the disabled person can't sleep during the night. And if the carer doesn't get any sleep, then they can't care for them. That's why they need a spare bedroom. And what do these bunch of swine do? They introduce a bedroom tax. 70% of the victims disabled. 100% of the victims poor. Same day last April, that bunch of political cretins introduced a bedroom tax for the poor and a tax cut for the millionaires. They introduced a tax cut from 50 pence in the pound to 40 pence in the pound. 45 pence in the pound for everybody on an income of £150,000 a year and more. What does it mean? It means, brothers and sisters, we're all in it together. We're in it together. It means today 13,000 millionaires across the UK pay £100,000 a year less in tax than they did last year. Fairness. My arse fairness, brothers and sisters. My arse. This is government of the rich, by the rich, for the rich. That's what it represents in Westminster today. I was asked in this show, I was asked in this Radio 5 live show, I had to listen to them going on and on. And then I was asked, what did you think of that, Mr. Sheridan? I said, what did I think of it? It was millionaire manure. That's what it was, millionaire manure. Bulletin bull, that's what it was. Talking to us about fairness, talking to us about how we're better together, talking about to us about British values. British values. These are the people that dragged us into an illegal, immoral war on a basis of lies, on a basis of deceit. These are the people. These are the people who covered up the Jimmy Savile scandal, the paedophilia scandal. These are the people that covered up Hillsborough. These are the people who tried to starve the miners back to what? British values. No thanks. No thanks, brothers and sisters. We've got the opportunity here in 3 days' time. 3 days' time, the poor, the peasants, we can say to those who have looked down their nose at us for decades, who have patronised us and lied to us for decades, who have thought they could treat us like muck because there's nothing we can do about it. There's your tell, vote Labour. Doesn't matter you got a Tory government. Doesn't matter whether it's a Tory government of the red kind or the blue kind. They're still Tory governments. Because they implement cuts, they implement privatisation. As I said to Lord bloody Folks today on the Jeremy Vine show, as he was sitting there with his belly hanging out his belt, I says, you must be disappointed that you're not getting your 300 quid today. And he says, oh, this is terrible, there's Mr. Sheridan getting personal. I says it is personal, because in an independent Scotland, you're getting your P45. We don't need the House of Lords. We don't need the House of Lords. This is a man who accused me of getting personal when he just described thousands of people that turned up yesterday to complain about the BBC bias as a mob. A mob! You see, that's what they think about you, don't they? You're not citizens. You're just a mob. How dare you think for yourself? How dare you, once you've heard the BBC announce that the Royal Bank of Scotland are going to withdraw from the country and have an independent vote and thousands of jobs may disappear, and you go online and RBS have issued a letter to their staff saying, we're moving the office but no jobs will be affected. How dare they? How dare they think that you can't go online after hearing the BBC announce in an independent Scotland, Tesco are going to raise all their prices. And you go online and there's a letter for Tesco. We have no intention of raising prices in independent Scotland. Brothers and sisters, don't they understand? This campaign has been a victory of the social media over the corporate media. That's the reality. That's the reality. We don't rely on them any longer to tell us what to think. We can think for ourselves. We can find the information out ourselves. How dare they allow our representatives somewhere in Europe, I think it was Germany, for Deutsche Bank. Has he been chatting your doors? I don't know if he was doing your doors right. But he's allowed this guy from Deutsche Bank to go on the telly and become a big story. If the people of Scotland vote for independence, it will usher in a new Great Depression. I thought, where's the pestilence? You know, where's the plague? Is that not going to come as well? Apparently our food prices are going to go up. Say Asda. Oh, here you go, Lidl's like, you're beauty. You're beauty. Apparently, Standard Life are going to leave. They said they were leaving in 1978, they said they were leaving. They're still here.